everyone, my name is Lisa O'Brien and I'm currently a senior at Milton High School and I'm the author of The Fibbing Fee. A lot of the inspiration for my play came from things we read in my class, such as Almost Maine and a 10-minute play I watched called I Do You Die. It's been an incredibly rewarding experience to see it acted out as I've considered a career path in screenwriting for film or television, and so it was super cool to see how it would be if I worked in the industry. I really hope that you all enjoy The Fibbing Fee as much as I do.
The Fibbing Fee, a 10-minute play by Lisa O'Brien. Time, present. Place, the living room of Chris and Ashley's upscale apartment. They are new, urban, hip parents. Lights up on Chris, sitting in his recliner in the living room of the apartment, watching TV. The apartment is chic and well decorated. The floor is littered with expensive baby paraphernalia like a snot sucker, an eye potty, and a Y cry. And on the coffee table in front of the recliner sits a large glass jar filled with a couple of dollar bills and some coins with a label that reads, "Pay for your profanity." Enter Ashley to the sounds of football on the TV.
That has got to be the fastest I have gotten him to sleep. Only took about a bottle and a half, plus only 2 verses of Mary Had a Little Lamb instead of the 3. But nevertheless, he is down and out. Now it's just you and me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was really tucking out today. Atticus and Jackson really took to him. I'm not a huge fan, though, because Atticus started crying, and get this, Kara just got up and hugged him. Can you imagine? After all the articles we've read about letting your baby cry it out so that he can learn to be independent, she just to ignore all the parental science. All I'm saying is that when that child is still living in her house at 32, an ounce of sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a real genius. Jax could wave and high five at 5 months old, a communicating prodigy to say the least. We've been working on that first word, you know? Why settle for the classic mama and dada when he has the intelligence to say biological caretakers? Are you even listening?
Mm-hmm.
I said he's asleep. For the first time since he was born, we have from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock to ourselves. And you're just gonna ignore.
What kind of pass was that? Catch it! Catch it! Oh, no! God damn it!
Christopher? Absolutely not. That is $1 in the swear jar right now. I should make it $2 since you could have woken up Jackson, or even $3 for using the Lord's name in vain.
What if we cared about the Lord?
No, it doesn't matter. Money in the jar. Now.
She snatches the remote and turns off the TV. Chris rolls his eyes and reluctantly digs his wallet out of his pocket, pulls out $1, and tosses it in the jar.
I really don't see the point of this jar. Couldn't you use this money to I don't know, buy more hypoallergenic pacifier wipes or whatever the heck you get all the time?
It is not about the money, Chris. It's about creating a safe and healthy environment for Jackson, free of verbal toxins. Now, I'd like to spend this time we have together doing something other than arguing.
Whatever you say, Ash.
Great.
Good.
Great.
So how exactly do we spend it?
What?
How exactly are we spending this time we have together that you keep talking about?
What do you mean? We'll spend it like we always do.
Spend it like we always do? By pretending to be comfortable in each other's presence and silence?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I am perfectly fine in silence. It's homey.
Oh, bullshit.
Christopher, money in the jar. You can't just go on like this. The house needs organization, and part of our organization is paying for profanity in order to keep your son from being exposed to verbal toxins that could corrupt his impressionable mind.
Okay, you know what? I've been thinking There's a better way to use this jar to keep Jackson safe from verbal toxins. What if we had to pay every time we lied to each other? Just like you did. Wouldn't that be fun?
What the heck are you talking about? That's absolutely
Come
ridiculous.
on, Ashley. Isn't lying just as bad for Jackson's environment as profanity? And you just did it. No one, I guess, but that's besides the point.
Chris, one, that's not funny. Deafness is a serious problem. Two, the point of the jar is to keep ourselves in check, not to see who is the most dishonest.
No, I mean, think about it. It'd be fun. The first one out of money could be crowned champion of deceit.
I am not playing that game with you. Not tonight. Or ever, for
Why?
that matter.
Afraid you would lose something? Lose or something?
What are you even talking about? The jar is not a game. It is an essential part of our lives as parents. We pay for swears, not lies. Besides, if we were playing, I would win.
Oh, please. You're already like another dollar in the hole for saying you sang 2 verses of Mary Had a Little Lamb, because I know I heard you sing 3. So go ahead, cough up the cash.
What? With all the lies you've told, you could pay for Jack's college tuition. And if this country's educational system continues down the capitalistic path it's on, that's a lot of cash.
Well, until his lies out, my money stays in my wallet. You, however, as I called yours out.
Are you insane? I will
Hey,
not
rules.
Ashley pulls $1 from her wallet and defiantly drops it in the jar, accepting the challenge.
Oh, yeah? Well, you owe the jar at least 50 cents for every time you complimented my mother's potato salad, because you and I both know that it's too much celery and you hate it.
Touche.
One, for saying that you didn't like La La Land, because I heard you singing City of Stars in the shower this morning.
2, for saying you like my spit catcher, because I heard you tell your friends you hated it during sangria night.
One, for saying that you changed Jack's diaper yesterday.
1, for claiming you like La Croix.
Because the smell told me otherwise.
Because who actually likes a drink that tastes like static in a can?
Or the time that you said that you liked my highlight.
Or the time you said you knew how football works.
Because men never actually noticed that stuff.
Yet when they scored you,
Oh, what about any time you said that the office wasn't open because you were too lazy to go?
Chris looks in his wallet to get more money, but discovers it is empty. He looks over at Ashley to ask for some of hers. She rolls her eyes and reluctantly gives him $1.
Okay, your turn for saying you like the candles I get you when our trash mysteriously smells like the Yankee Candle store.
Ashley looks in her wallet and realizes she gave her last $1 to Chris. They both look at each other. Pause. At once, they frantically run around in search of more money. Ashley runs off stage while Chris removes all the cushions from the couch, searching for change. The search is desperate and sloppy, with pillows and other odd items found in the couch, such as keys, uneaten snacks, birth certificates, hidden magazines, etc., thrown about. He finally finds a sock full of change and shakes it in triumph. Ashley calmly returns with a full piggy bank from the bedroom.
The sock sash, huh?
Wow, you really gonna use Mr. Rainy Day to pay for your lies?
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
You know what? I like that shirt.
Oh, yeah? Well, your bike collection is super cool.
I love when you leave 8 half-empty shampoo bottles in the shower.
I love how your car smells like burnt quesadilla.
You are the best dancer I've ever seen, and in no way awkward or out of place at every party we go to. And you definitely don't dance like this.
Your criticisms on my dancing are totally welcome.
All of the specialty items we buy for Jackson are totally necessary.
I love your cologne.
I love when you have your friends over all the time.
You aren't balding.
I feel ready to be a father.
You are great at taking photos.
I am completely happy in the relationship we have.
I knew you felt this way.
I feel I have an equal part in parenting.
Okay. Wait, Chris.
I think Jax will be proud of his father who's done nothing important in his life.
Chris, please stop. The game is over.
I don't think we've changed after having a baby.
Chris, that's enough.
I don't miss the old us.
I can't take it anymore. Stop.
I think we should keep lies to ourselves. I think our relationship is better when we sit in goddamn silence and never talk about our feelings. I think it's great that we read about parenting and take other people's advice before even talking to each other. I think the name Jackson with an X is genius and in no way pretentious. I think our apartment is great and not stuffy and rigid. I think our life is perfect. I think your friends and parents were wrong about how we were an odd match. I think...
Chris! That's enough.
In her anger, Ashley pushes the jar off the table and it shatters on the floor. The two look at each other in silence as they stare at the mess they have made.
I love you.
He reveals a coin in his hand. He looks at the pile of glass and cash on the floor, then back at Ashley. He quietly offers the coin to her. After a moment, she takes it from him.
I think we've changed. I think the relationship needs a lot of work. I think Jackson deserves a happy home, and that if we work together, we can give that to him. I think that I look to parenting books and blogs because I am scared to mess things up for everyone. I think I can be over controlling because I'm afraid that if I'm not in control, that things won't get done and that it will be all my fault. I think I want to take more time for just us. I think Dada would be a perfectly fine first word to hear from Jax. I think I love you too.
She looks at Chris. She does not drop the coin. As the coin lays flat in her hand in front of her, Chris grabs and holds her hand so that the coin is between their two hands. They smile.
So, that time just for us. Did that start now?
That'd be great.
Good.
Great.
Chris pulls her in for a kiss.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, Ash.
Sure created one hell of a mess here.
We sure as hell did, Ash.
They look at each other and smile, still holding hands, then look around, knowing they have some cleaning up to do. They begin to walk off stage towards the bedroom. Lights fade to black. End of play.